Curt Friesen is standing here next to me, who's come in from Hamilton County, just out west of Lincoln, from the town of Henderson. Farming out there, 1,000 acres of corn with his wife Nancy, fourth generation Nebraska farmer. His dad handed down part of that farm to him. His father's 92 and drives the auger wagon for the harvest time. His father, who ran into some hard times back in the late 30s, almost lost the farm, went off to Minnesota, picked corn by hand, came back with $69, and that was enough to satisfy the bank, I take it, huh?
Yeah, see, that was the reason they kept the land. Some guys that didn't go and harvest by hand in Minnesota didn't make it.
So your father sort of encouraged you to get into this.
Well, he always, I guess he gave us the opportunity. He didn't necessarily encourage it. I would say it's more of an opportunity.
But fourth generation, there must be something in the Friesen genetics that binds you to this.
That's a possibility. I've always looked for a better job. I just haven't found one.
Oh, really? But it's unusual. You've got two brothers who are farming.
Three brothers.
Three brothers who are farming, and then one prodigal brother who did not go into farming, and you have a son-in-law who wants to farm, and so the Friesens seem pretty well established. I know you don't like to admit good luck. You're a farmer. It's bad luck to admit good luck, but.
Well, I mean, I have several nephews also farming now, and so my son-in-law moving back and my daughter from California, that was a true blessing for me, I guess. It was something I looked forward to. I offered them the same opportunity I had, I guess.
Okay. So how's farming this year? Tell me.
Well, things are looking really good. Our yields are, I would call it above average. We were still in a partial drought. Last year, obviously, was the worst drought in decades. This year, we've spotty rains, but thanks to irrigation, our yields are, again, above average, and things are looking pretty good overall. Some areas of the state still are in a drought. And the cattle industry, the ranchers up in Sand Hills, obviously, that early winter storm caused them some damage. But I think overall, Nebraska, with its one of the few states with a balanced budget, is still doing pretty good.
You're a Republican, aren't you? Good to have you.
I just know how to balance a checkbook.
Good to have you. Balanced budget, balanced budget. You would have to bring that up, wouldn't you? I'm a tax and spend Democrat. I'm just up for taxing the shirt off your back.
You know, I guess there's room for everybody.
Huh? In this state, I would think so. There's plenty of room. So corn is doing well. Soybeans the same?
I think soybean yields too. We're doing well. Everybody I've talked to, and we did some custom harvesting, and everybody was saying that it was more than they expected, even in the dry land. So I mean, I think yields were above average.
But when do you know for sure, Curt?
For sure?
That's a good year.
I will know when the corn or the grain is in the bin. Until harvest is over with. I mean, I'm 20% harvested right now, but until the corn is in the bin, I don't know if it's going to be a good year or a bad year.
But even when the corn is in the bin, do you know what the price is going to be?
Well, no, you don't. And it depends on how you market your grain. I mean, there's opportunities out there to price in the futures market. So if you've done a good job of marketing, you might be having a good year. If you didn't, you won't be having such a good year. Obviously, margins are going to get tight. We've come off of some really high prices of grain, and our input costs have skyrocketed along with that. So margins, I think, are going to be really tight in the next few years, but we're in a cyclical time frame again. We've had these for forever. We have our good times, and I'd say we're in an unprecedented string of good years. We've had 5 good years in a row, and I guess I foresee we're going to have some down years. And so if you're prepared for that, you'll have a good year.
Curt, when do you open the champagne? When do you open the champagne and turn down the lights and put on the Frank Sinatra record?
And when it's about 10 below outside and everything's put away.
So, you having fun doing this?
I enjoy farming. I have not found anything better to do. I hope others that are in the business are the same. I assume they are. You have to be optimistic year in and year out. Sometimes we sound negative, but if we weren't optimistic, we wouldn't be farmers.
Okay. So I just want to mention one income possibility to you that I'm not sure you've considered. Dude farming. City people coming out, they want to live with you. They can live in tents out there on your yard, but they want to have a lot of free-range livestock around. They want to be able to pet pigs, and they want to, can't just be corn now. It's got to be, you got to have cows, you got to have sheep and chickens, goats.
Does that mean I'd have to get hogs?
Yes. I take it you've had experience with hogs.
I have.
Okay, all right. We'll talk. Curt Friesen, thank you so much.